day, I forgot to tell you this. So there was a good outcome from the Blac Chyna Tokyo Tony talk bout on the Wendy couch. Apparently, Blac Chyna and her mom, Tokyo Tony, have made up. Yeah. Do you remember when she was here, she was saying that her mother thinks that she's the queen of all gossip columns and blogs and talk shows and things, and that she could just call up and say, this is Chyna, don't talk about my mother that way, or don't talk about my life that way. And Tokyo Tony's probably like a lot of moms. You know, if your kid is the first one in showbiz, you don't know. You just see your kid as being all powerful at every place. So you assume that they can just pick up a phone and make things happen, and it's not the way it works. And Chyna knows that. Tokyo Tony didn't understand it. And Chyna asked me to kind of like, you know, Wendy, if you would just let her know. And I said, yeah, no, Tokyo, anyway, we love your daughter, and I'm glad that you guys are back together. You know? And the other outcome of it, because Chyna said that she didn't know whether Tokyo was gonna participate in her reality show that's gonna be coming out on the Zeus network. And it was all predicated on whether or not they get along as mother and daughter. And so, you guys, we've done it again. We brought them together. Tokyo Tony will be on this reality show. And they're gonna be mother and daughter. Tokyo Tony's a grandmother, and it all worked out. Thanks to you, us. Yeah. Now look, let's talk about Cardi B. As far as I'm concerned, in a good way. Cardi was supposed to be in Baltimore this coming weekend, you know, the big Memorial Day weekend. I don't know what you're doing, but in Baltimore, they were going to see Cardi B. And you know, they probably come from as far as like DC, Virginia, some in Jersey, Philly. You know, Cardi's in Baltimore. They got the great crabs and shrimp. And you get a good concert? Please. Shout out to you, Baltimore. Sorry to hear about what happened, because Cardi won't be there. Cardi don't care about you. No, I'm playing. She does care about you, but TMZ is reporting that Cardi will not be in Baltimore this weekend because of complications from plastic surgery. Well, now, first of all, give her points for admitting something true as opposed to, you know? Because she could have said anything, like my daughter doesn't feel well, or I don't feel like coming, or I got more money in Dubai, so I'm going there, or something, or I've got the flu. Instead, like our girl has always done, she tells us the truth. She had liposuction and a boob job, and apparently there are complications. Nothing that will be permanent, but just, you know, her doctors are saying to her, look, you know, you've got to sit down and relax, stop with all this jumping around. And you'll recall, she recently performed someplace on May 5th, as a matter of fact. She's on stage, there she is, at this particular concert. And she looks at her audience with the microphone, she goes, you all, I gotta stop jumping around, I think I'm overdoing it. You know, I got my boobs and my liposuction. She said it on stage. So she probably felt maybe something open up. Or maybe she saw oozing pus on the side of her. Well, as a girl who's been there and done that, I can tell you, if you jump around enough, you're gonna see oozing pus. Well, no, I didn't jump around. I don't have a jump around profession, in case you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? I walk softly and I sit down. There will be no jumping around. Radio, 4 hours of sitting, that's a dream job for me. Sit down. All I needed was a catheter. I tease you. But no, you know what? So, I don't know who else was supposed to be on the bill, but I guess Cardi was probably headlining, but whoever else was there, Cardi was so big on it that they've canceled the whole festival. It was a music festival. Oh, here they are. Who's that? I don't know any of these people. Who are they?
Looks like
Big
Boy.
Oh, I know the comedian Rudy Grant. I know Jessie Hilarious. Jess Hilarious. I know her. I know her. Who's that? Dr. Dre up in the corner? I don't know who.
It looks like Big Boy.
Who's the one with no teeth and the black sweatshirt?
It looks like Big Boy, I think.
Big Boy? Oh, he's lost quite a bit of weight.
Oh, Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti, okay. And who's that at the bottom? He's thinking. Who's that?
I don't know.
Who-face? Blueface. Suzanne, what do you know about Blueface? You were hearing, Mark.
No, I'm cheating. If you read the bottom of
I
it, it
can't
names
see.
them all.
I don't have my readers on.
Yeah, it says Blueface.
Oh, Blueface.
Got
Oh, I see the
Baby.
lineup. Yo Gotti, Moneybag
Yeah,
Yo.
Black Youngster.
Black
Moneybag,
Youngster.
yeah.
Yep. So Cardi B and CMG were supposed to be highlighting. So they've canceled the whole festival. So Baltimore, I don't know what you're gonna do this weekend, but in my opinion, I know, right? Right? It's Wednesday. The weekend starts, well, now. No, look, it's rescheduled to September 8th. Now, a lot of the people going are probably returning to school. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to go. But look, she did it for a good reason. Apparently, she wants to look good for her audience. And she tells you that she gets the liposuction and the breast implants. And I'll bet you she was home long enough to convalesce, you know. But sometimes you do feel, you know, if you strain too much, you feel a stitch pop. And then you go back in, he puts you under local and stitch it back up. Give you a couple of you know, so you don't get the infection, and you go on about your business. The problem is that plastic surgery these days is done so quickly and so cavalierly that people forget you could die. And you could infect to death, or you could die on the table or something like that. So take it from Cardi, who realizes when to sit down. Now, she didn't realize during the first concert, but she realizes now, and I'm sure she's very, very sorry for Baltimore. So she'll see you on September 8th. That's it. Memorial damn day. Do you have plans? You don't have plans? That's Cardi B's #1 fan, looking like somebody's mom over there. No, I saw you during the whole Cardi story. You were having a fit. Are you doing, is that your husband?
No, that's my husband.
Oh, your husband. Yes. Okay, and you came by yourself.
I love you, Wendy.
But is this your first time here?
No.
See, this is what I tell you. I swear to you, this is the kind of show this is. If you have a day off from work and your friends can't come, just show up and have a good, right? Thank you. Did you travel far? Where are you from?
From Jersey.
Oh, so you just swam across the river. That's easy. Well, whether you're from Baltimore, California, Ireland, or wherever, if you want to come to the show, the tickets are free, and you can come by yourself, and I guarantee you a good time. Behind the scenes, everybody's family. Oh, God. So the Spice Girls are kicking off their tour this Friday in Ireland, if you happen to be in Ireland. Now, I've already told you that Jerry's gonna show up looking like a housewife in a pencil skirt. Remember, we joked about that. Posh won't be there because she's too grown. Well, now it looks like Mel B is gonna look like this. Oh, wait, no, that's Posh. Like this. Yes. No, she's not trying to copy Madonna. Apparently, Mel was hospitalized over this past weekend after going blind in her right eye. I think it's a temporary thing. No word on whether it's permanent. She says that she woke up this way. And I say the audience that's going to see the Spice Girls won't care because everybody's like over 40. You know, like they're fans. You know what I'm saying? The true, no, I'm not saying that to laugh. I'm just saying, like, the true fans of the Spice Girls who really want to have a girly time are like 40 with kids and a career, or, you know, 45, and, you know, they just want to go out and recapture being 17 again. So they're not going to care because they're waking up with the same ailments. I will tell you, after 40 years old, you wake up and something's always going to hurt. And on days that it doesn't hurt, you feel like a superhero, and you do too much, and then something hurts the next day because of what you did the day before. So in my opinion, the audience won't care. They're gonna laugh along with you. You get some designer eye patches and tell them what they want, what they really, really want. And look, Mel was born to dance, so I don't picture her like kicking the other girls when she dances, or, you know, like she was born to move like a Spice Girl. She can do this with both eyes closed. By the way, she recently said in an interview that Eddie Murphy is the love of her life. No, I don't believe it. She called him her soulmate. This, a man who asked you for paternity when you told him you were pregnant with your now 12-year-old daughter together. This, from a man who wasn't with you while you were pregnant. That's when you got with that man you're divorcing, Steven. She probably loves the checks because the little girl's only 12, so she's still getting those Eddie Murphy checks. And you know they're long and green and extra green because you know Eddie's got secrets and stuff, everybody does, that he doesn't want to get out. So he probably gives her a bonus on top of child support, like keep your mouth shut support. And so I don't believe, I mean, that's cute. You know, that's cute though to say Eddie Murphy is the love of my life and my soulmate. No, I think that you and Eddie probably had a really good time together. And once you got pregnant, that time was dead. And there is no part of me that believes that Eddie would ever or has ever felt the same about you. And that's okay, we all oops. Oops. But after a certain age, I guess, especially when you have kids old enough to see, you know, how mommy was or whatever, you kind of try to clean it up and say, no, Eddie was the love of my life. I don't know what you're talking about, Angel. That's the little girl's name, Angel. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Eddie want nothing to do with Angel until recently?
I feel like, yeah.
Yep, we talked about that on, you were watching that day. I know we talked about that on Hot Topics. This, from the love of your life, wants nothing to do with the little girl. Now that Angel can speak and Eddie has moved into family man, father of 10, 5 babies' mothers. The last 2 kids were born from his longtime girlfriend. Everybody relax. That Eddie is something else, boy. I gotta tell you, he likes our show too. Hi, Eddie, how you doing? Okay, onward. I slipped up and watched The Bachelorette the other night. And I am going to be honest with you, I was delighted. Look, I watched it over a new episode of American Greed. You like American Greed? I love American Greed. I tell you all that all the time. And I watched it over Tiny and T.I. and The Family Hustle because I just wasn't holding my attention on Monday night. And somehow the remote might have dropped and it hit ABC. And there's Hannah, who, by the way, is a world-class beauty. Oh. I mean, this is a cute picture of her. I was trying to find a bad angle of her the whole time. Her teeth, her cheruby face, her personality, even though we know that she's a secret mean girl, but the way she plays the men, and when she hugs the men, her hair falls into their arms and stuff. I'm like, she's doing everything that guys like, and then she smiles and kills them with it, right? She'll go on and do something after The Bachelor. She's the type that will be a correspondent, and she'll be like a field reporter at the local news. Or, don't laugh at that, that's a nice job. You know, that's a nice job. She'll be a field reporter at the local news or maybe even Good Morning America, who knows? She's got it in her to take this further than The Bachelorette. But with that said, and I still don't like the show. I was damning myself for watching, but every time I turned back American Greed, I was like, oh no, I know how this ends. And Tiny and T.I. too much with the kids now. You know what I'm saying? Like the one, I love the one that's a rapper and he performs, and then T.I. talks to the community about taking back Gucci for 90 days, and he has a favorite coat, but he won't wear it either. And all I can think of is T.I. and Tiny and the parking lot and what got him in jail. And that he's doing so well right now with his redemption. But it was just a couple things too much sappy in that show. When, if you know some of the backstory, then you're like, let me turn on The Bachelorette. Damn it, man. So anyway, there's this guy who fell in love with her right away. I was hooked. I might even be back. Does it come on Memorial Monday, do you think? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I would think they would take a break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait back until everybody watches again?
Exactly.
Okay, good. I can have a break too then.
Right.
Because I'm all in now. All right. even though this guy only met her 48 hours ago. 48 hours ago, I said, and this is when he meets her with a bunch of the other guys. Like, nobody's, look at him, look!
I'm genuinely starting to fall in love with you. My feelings for you have been growing like so fast. I am starting to fall in love with you.
I believe him. I am that girl that like zones in on a guy and I'm like, that's my guy. And there's such a part of me that wants to be like him. It's him. Because he's saying everything my heart needs him to say.
Is he the killer? Like, and guys are allowed to be sensitive, but I think that most women would run from the hills, except for women who don't really understand the game he's trying to play. He's in this for the fame. He's in this for their spin-off show where they try to be a couple and continue to fool us while she's on the side doing Crest commercials and living her best life. Like, I think that they're perfect. I want him to win. And I gotta tell you something. There is, like, you know how you meet somebody or you have your one-on-one time with somebody and in 48 hours you might feel something. You don't know that it's love, but you certainly do feel a date coming on. And maybe a kiss with a tongue. Maybe. And then guys, they do certain things without having it, like he didn't have to say that. He could have, I don't know, 48 hours after, you don't do anything. Look, then there's this other guy that I saw. All right, first of all, okay, I want that guy to win. But then there's this other guy. This guy, his name is Cam, right? It goes, the C stands for, he does ABC. Always being Cam. Yes, girl, always being Cam. What a cornball. Well, look. So then they have these one-on-one dates with Hannah, but Cam wasn't invited because I guess she wasn't feeling Cam. None of the other guys are feeling Cam. And when he tells you what ABC is, he said it about 10 times in the episode. He's corny as hell. Anyway, look. They have one-on-one dates and he wasn't invited for a one-on-one date, but Cam does what a lot of guys would do with a lot of bravado. He picks some flowers and crashes one of her one-on-one dates. And this is what no good Hannah does. Hannah accepts him to sit down, kicks this little guy out, the other guy. Little man didn't even know how to speak up for himself. Now, wait a minute now. I was the first one here. This is my one-on-one date. Put the flowers down before I beat you with them. Like, so I'm mad at the little man. He can go home. He's weak. I'm mad at Hannah because you showed your true colors. And that is because any real woman, all right, you might have been impressed that Cam did that, but you would have at least, given him a wink and told him, okay, can you wait outside for 15 minutes or an hour while I have the rest of my one-on-one date with the little man? And then you can come in. But she didn't. She kicked the little man out. She had Cam sit down. Anyway, look, The Bachelorette is just one of those shows. It's, look, what?
It is on this Monday. I was wrong.
It is?
Uh-huh. I just looked at TV Guide, and yeah, it's coming on Monday night at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's when everybody's in traffic coming back from where they're
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's gonna be watching but Jen, Queen of Hot Topics. Well, look, they're throwing me gang signs in the thing. They're saying there's more great show for you. Yay, yay. Up next, everybody, the hip-hop star Bryce Vine is performing his new hit song. It's called La La Land. Oh, that's not next. Actually, he's coming up later. Up next is award-winning journalist Elizabeth Vargas. So grab a snack and come on back.